Did somebody order some mod Schützen? Everybody, welcome back to some more Wargame. We're gonna play some East Germany Mechanized, which in reality is honestly not too dissimilar from Eastern Bloc Mechanized, because it still very much revolves around those mod Schützen and BMP1s, Mi-24Ds, and honestly, the tank tab is not that much different. But I think I'm actually gonna replace the base T-72 with the M1. Just this once. M1 isn't like the best medium tank, but it's solid. It gets the job done. Reasonable AP, armor, RPM, speed, optics. Nothing is outstanding, but nothing is horrible either. It's okay, right? T-72 as one, of course, is actually pretty good for mech. It's the heaviest mech tank you get in Red 4. Do you still get the CDC 85-3 in mech? Hold on a second. I don't. It used to be in mech. They might have removed it ages ago. They have. It used to be in mech until people complained. Not like it really was an issue. Red Dragon's mechanized is pretty poor, but it is what it is. Am I actually? Let me remove that. I already had this deck pre-built. I just adjusted it a bit. Let me actually remove that. I actually might need those activation points now that I think about it. So we can put this back in and then another vehicle in here. I would like a Concourse Jeep, really, but I guess those around. I don't know why this wasn't in before. Maybe I was trying something out. Also, no anti-tank plane. This was in already, and honestly, might not be that bad. The red 4 napalm bombs are bigger than the blue 4 ones, so we might have some actual okay coverage with this. Support device, you could of course put in the Akazia, or whatever the East Germans called it, just 2S3, but SFL HB, which is, I'm pretty sure, Selbstfahrlafette Haubitze? I don't know. Essentially, self-propelled howitzer. More or less what it means, I believe. Yeah. This one is just here to sneak around the map and hopefully snipe like a Jeep CV or an unarmed CV. That's really all it is. It has great speed, great autonomy, is amphibious, and a weapon that is strong enough to basically win against basic MGs, and that all for 15 points. And in this tag, very easy to fit in. Ideally, I'd like to have this thing with CPU, but it's neither amphibious and has much, much worse, and nor is it as fast, and has much worse autonomy, right? CPU is much, much better than the KPBT. Better suppression as well, better rate of fire, and some reasonable anti-helicopter range. Not a bad base defense unit. But we get that thing also on the SPW, or the BTR 152. Helicopters, Hind, it's not amazing, but it gets the job done, hopefully. Overall, though, it's by no means a bad deck. East Germany, not really that much worse than Eastern Bloc most of the time, especially when you're playing mech. And the extra availability you get, which is, I don't know, 20%? It's certainly not 25, so it's probably 20%. If it had 25 or even 30, all your 2 per card planes would be 3 per card. And since this and this is still 2 per card, I think it's safe to assume the availability bonus is 20%. In case you're wondering, unit card or additional units per card are rounded up from 0.5 onwards, right? Which means that if at 25%, you'd technically get 2.5 planes, which would be rounded up. That is the threshold, as far as I know, at least. But yeah, the availability bonus, not too bad for like weapons teams and such. You get plenty of fortresses. Everything here is upfitted, except for the Panzerjäger. 14 might still be a bit too low, and they don't gain as much. They already have great accuracy, and at 15 points a pop, very easy to spam. So in this case, I figured upfitting is not really worth it. Other than that, you get 7 instead of 6 hinds and 5 upfitted instead of 4. Yeah, that's basically it. But actually check. Yeah, I get 4 of these upfitted instead of 3, which you would only get at 20% availability bonus, right? 3 times 0.15 would be 0.45, which would be rounded down, which would mean I would get 3 of it, but I don't, which means the availability bonus is 20%. There you go. Obviously, I could have just gotten out of the deck builder and checked, but that's boring. In any case, I shall see you in a second once we find a ranked game. Alrighty, it's it's Alright, if you remember the match on Mudfight, what did we play? We played USSR mech against USSR, where we double tapped those side shot that TUM with the Conqueror's M's, and I accidentally left my opponent muted because I wanted to check their picture, and I didn't realize that, so I was like, why is he not responding, right? Until someone in the comments pointed out I left him muted. It was so fun. And he thought I was AFK because I didn't write anything either. Because probably he said something like, "Hey, are you there?" or something, and I didn't respond because he was muted. You get the gist, right? I'm okay. Right, it's a very good map for our deck, honestly. I mean, it's very good. It's not that the best map, because you'd really like some very good infantry-based AT. And if there's one thing that East Germany and to the same extent Eastern Bloc Mechanized struggles at, it's infantry-based AT, because this is the best you get, which is not horrible by any means, but you'd really like some more accuracy and or range, right? Like Proletary 90, VDV, Rima 85, right? These kind of AT weapons, that this is the best you get, except for the Vampire, but that's in like 90 point squad, right? And infantry base AT is so important here. But, you know, we have the veterancy to beef up that accuracy, which, let me actually give you a number. Normally, assuming you don't upvet them, and you get them in outside of infantry-based spec, they come in hardened, which means their effective accuracy, you know, at max range against medium-sized target, of course, is 60%. On elite, their base accuracy is now up to 73%. So that's gonna be nice. We want some of that, of course, but let's also get some Panzerjäger. I think I actually don't want Modritz 90 here. I want the Panzerjäger here because their infantry base AT is fine, more than fine for the price, really, given the rest of the squad as well. In Forest, right, you don't really lack the range. Of course, more range means more range scaling, more effective accuracy, but it's okay. But here, where it's like a lot of not Forest range potential engagements, I want the extra range and base accuracy. Get some Conquerors. Igla. Like this for the Forest here. And let's drive around with an SPW. It's also get some 152s and some SPG 9s. Let's get an S1 because why not? Let's get a Tor. Landpad. Get a single squad just to drive it there. Oh, we should get something faster. Fine, it's gonna be MP1 even though it's not that great for forests. At least it has a reasonable off-road speed. Yeah, Modritz 90. I've really come around Modritz 90 these days. I like the more than base Modritz nowadays. Motors not stuff, but let's get. Oh, we already have an MI2. That's nice. I would like to start with an extra CV. You know what? I really, really would. We also get 4 of them, which is nice. And we have no recon infantry here, though. Which we actually really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want some recon infantry. 15 points. You're 10, right? Gosh, darn it. No more then. You honestly just. One of the very, very few things I'd really like to see from Warno, or honestly from Steel Division, they had it back then as well already, is fast move, quick, like a fast move, fast attack move, which is fast move and attack move in one, which is really good for these type this type of stuff. And just being able to show the arrows of where my units are actually going. Something like pre-battle deployment and stuff is not something I really need. Alright, we're not gonna drive in there because the links will just wreck us. Although, it has to be said, right? Oh god. I don't want to be the guy, but it also like, obviously removes like some kind of, let's say, skill aspect or like unit awareness aspect, where you know, being able to have being able to, or like having to remember or keep in mind that, oh, my unit without stabilizer is fast moving. There is of course something that has to be kept in mind as well. You know what? Let's just get an LCR squad there. It's just a mortar. The mortar of ourselves here. Oh no, you weren't supposed to get it there. Or my... Oh, it's just targeting the BP1 around. Okay. Still would have preferred if that hadn't happened, but it is what it is. That's a Razzmann if I've ever heard one. That's a really cheeky. Oh boy, hello there. Get more of them going and make use of our farm. Or kill the Pathfinder, it's actually very useful for us. Oh, you actually missed. Like, it didn't even deal a single bit of damage there. It's quite funny, actually. Oh. I don't think he killed him. He didn't even gain a bit of veterancy. Why do those challengers are scared? You know what? Let's just deal with the Razzmann thing in there. The scimitar. Let's try to land with you in there. There might be SAS for sure, but hey, it's worth a try, right? Are you amphibious? You are. Oh, there. I was like, where is that thing firing from and at? Oh, those are some SAS. I think I'm actually gonna win here because I have like a bunch of elite guys. Oh, that's a lynx. That's a lynx. Nope, 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 nope. Honestly, I think it's worth it to do this. I think it's totally worth it. Oh, it's just a 20 million run. Okay, sure. Probably still worth it because don't underestimate these things. Oh, hello there. Ace 1+, would you look at that? I don't think I can actually unload there. I think SAS are still too close. Stormer. Those are from Royal Marines. I managed to get you in there, which is nice. Let's get some Conquerors in here. I completely forgot about you. Let's just keep you as a defense there for now. Wait, are we playing? No, we're not playing against Mech. Oh, those are Diggers. Diggers 90. Interesting. Am I side-shotting this right now? That's very funny. Oh boy. Oh, that thing is looking bad, the challenger there. Let's see if we can get you out of there. That's one challenger down. Oh, he detracked, that's very cool. Some supplies and reinforcements. Sega doing a good job. Why does Mochitson are tanking? Why are you not engaging these guys? Oh, the mortars. You're all out of ATM, but it's really funny. Get it there. Did we kill the other challenger as well? We did. Somebody did not really pay attention to this, apparently. Gotta pay attention to your, See if we can find those Royal Marines. I don't want them to frick us up. Water. We have the pop, so let's make use of it. The Pathfinders. Oh, there's yes, okay. Oh, they missed both, how unlucky. Oh no, it was only one missile, I think. Yeah, it was only one missile. Right, I have the angler there. Why would I even send the thing? Oh, turn off, turn off? Ah, I wasn't fast enough. Wanted to save it, since the thing is on the way out anyway. Might as well. But there's the Royal Marines. Found them. Come on. As much damage as you can while you're here. Which wasn't that much, but it was something. I'd get you back to the farm. Not sure if I will be able to get some actual line of sight there. Well, I think it's late for you. Okay, I was like, are you spotted? But no, you're just not in cover. But for safety reasons, let's get something in there as like a backup. I'm pretty sure you're out of ammo, but wanna get into the sun. Ace 1 pluses. Get the new MI2 here, and then get a BMP2 CB. If you can get you out of life there. Excusez-moi. Really now? Okay, 68. It's not that much. Still though frustrating. Just drive past. You're out of the range. Oh, that's a good shot. You little panic. Got you down low to 1 HP. But you shot all 3 of those shots, like the 2 tank shots and the Conquerors at the same target. Fortunate. That's a supply truck. See if you can kill it. Let's give up this town for now, but I don't want to give up this foothold. I still think we got a lot of value out of this, though. Still like a 3-stack of stuff. We forced some stuff to get there. Yeah. Not too horrible, I think. Let's keep in mind, right? Those were like 3 squads, 60 points, 30. That's 90 points. It wasn't even that much. Sure, I bought the Lazur and stuff, and the Hind and what, but we also killed 3 Lynxes, which is already 90 points as well, right? So I don't think this was too bad. Okay, interesting. A U-spot? Interesting. Yeah, this little gap here. I hate it so much. Yeah, this hand is just gonna be good for like defending sneaky stuff from here or there, right? So it's gonna be nice to have. I don't think Conquerors in the town are really worth it, but I'll still put one in. Move one up. We should have cover from the leopard there. Move up our... We could be in this bush here. No, let's put a recon in there and the Eagle in there. This is very likely to get bombed either way, so we might as well put a Riken in here, which is still gonna be good enough for spotting. Once they get killed, those are the ones up there. Pathfinders. Let's make sure that you're close enough together. Because if we engage these two from like this line here, then it's just gonna be one engaging, getting killed, then the next one is engaging, getting killed, right? We want those four to engage as like one group for sure. Let's keep these together as well. Just wanted to make sure that you're also blah. I don't know why, but I think riding mech with the CK is kind of funny. One thing I noticed, a criminal lack of aviaries. They are slow, but god, they're good for exactly the situation from earlier, which is like assaulting from the open into the forest at like close ranges. They are so good at that. Of course, you know, maneuvering them through forests or through anything really can be a huge pain in the ass because, again, they're horrible speed, which is like 30 km/h. But once they get to fire infantry, oh baby. Are you not running a farm? We killed a supply truck here. Doesn't look like we did. Unfortunate. Because if there was no fob, then of course it would be very valuable. Not saying it wouldn't be valuable otherwise, but even more so. Either way, it's looking very good for us. We killed the AS1 pluses, we killed the 2 Jelly 1 Mark 2s. We didn't really lose much. We lost what? 2 squads of Modschützen 90 here, and of course, you know, BMP1s and such. Other than that, Mortars once again showing what they're worth, showing how incredibly strong they are. But of course, it does help that you have freaking Modschützen 90 on Elite, which are powerhouses. And that the Challenger ones weren't really microed that well. I presumed that he was, for half a minute, like busy dealing with my stuff over here. Or like buying stuff. I didn't realize. Or maybe... And stuff like that happens to me as well. Didn't realize those were Modschützen 90s. Right? In a lot of people's heads, and understandably so, it's very often... Oh, Modschützen, yeah, those are the base ones, right? Everybody just uses the base ones, right? But, and that very much includes me. For a long time, people, I think, underrated the 90s. Until, I don't know who it was who told me, you know what, just spam 90s instead of base ones. Just do it. Or choose both, right? And, I started doing that, and lived happily ever since. Good timing for my M1s. Nice. Was that a crit? Damn, Daniel. But it might have been the empty one from there, so. You got shot at. A lot of stuff there. This is like basically clear. What the heck? What just drive up there? RIP SAS. But I'm not sure that's gonna work. I think this whole push is to so nice conquers. Too little. Too late, but it's not like... It could really gotten there much earlier, right? Needed the points to get those challengers. So like, what you're gonna do, you can't just create points out of thin air. Unless you're hacking, I guess. You're gonna be very crucial to make sure that I'm not getting snuck up by stuff driving from up here. Ooh, nice Stormer there, buddy. I've also for a long time just underrated stuff like base conquerors. Well, it's been like, oh, Conquerors M and then Fairgod. But like, even base Conquerors, 5 points cheaper, but having a significantly better availability, even if it's just 2, right? Which is honestly a good amount. Still incredibly good, because that allows you to actually one-shot those like heavier IFVs, those somewhat armored AA pieces and whatnot. Was it you just sit there and snipe stuff that tries to come down there? I get Challenger 1 Mark 3. But you missed! But it's still fast moving. It's still fast moving. Still fast moving. Oh, that's a hit though. Oh, and I microed it. No, I'm not gonna get line of sight. But oh, you hate to see it. Not gonna be able to get shot in there anymore. Oh, come on. You know you want to. You know you want to. Want to, daddy? I didn't say that. Who said that? Who said that? Either way, it's a GG. Yeah, it's tough to come back from a situation like this for sure. Especially against the mech. I mean, obviously against the mech deck on this map, because the mech deck on this map is just incredibly tough to deal with when you're not playing a mech deck yourself, or a deck that does deal well with mech decks, right? Soviets can do really well. They have some really good tools for that. But the problem is just that besides mech being strong, mech rarely has like this handful of high point units that if you get a bit lucky or outsmart your opponent and manage to deal with them, it allows you to come back, right? That's one of the things about mech, right? A defensive mech deck is just so tough to deal with because they have so many tools, and majority of those being infantry based, which is very often the best type. Like ATGM wise, infantry is best. Short range AT wise, infantry, well, it's kind of unique in a sense, but yeah, there's man pads, and ATGM specifically in defensive positions, really tough to deal with because vehicles and helicopters with rocket pods are prime targets to assault fortified positions, or prime units to assault fortified positions. And since there's no like 1 or 2 super heavies or something, or a longbow or something that they rely on, because they have all the cheap infantry that is very spread out, you have so many different targets to deal with, like one lucky side shot or something is rarely gonna save you. That conquers though. Damn. Damn, Daniel. It's 90. Mortars did really well too. Interesting deck for sure. Like, what was that? SAS, Royal Marines, and Diggers 90? SAS makes sense. Diggers 90 is a card that I really haven't seen. I suppose it's trying to be both meat shields in a way, as well as like grinding infantry, as they do have a CQC MG and a mini-me at that, which is very good for line infantry, of course. GC 9 is in Warrior Milan. And the last card, Milan 2. An unusual infantry type. I'll be honest, for me, the jury is still out when it comes to Diggers 90. Just use them so rarely, but they don't look particularly great to me, in all honesty. I can see what they're going for, but the problem is they're 15 points base, which can work, I guess. But the thing is, if they, I think they're in a similar situation to Jaeger, which is they are not inherently bad for 15 points. They are not amazing, but they're okay. The problem is that unlike a lot of other infantry that you end up fighting against, they don't have a great basic transport to make up for it. Fuchs and M113, same with the Anzac M113s, they're just basic. But namely the 5-pointers, because on line infantry, of course, the 5-point difference makes a huge mistake. The 5 points make a huge difference. Like costing 15 or 20, or 20 or 25. When you get 20 of them, that's 100 points over the course of a match, right? It's an entire CV. And of course, infantry of other decks, they get 2 armor front and side, same speed, same weaponry. Or even better weaponry sometimes, or better speed, etc. And then you also having to pay a 5-point premium for something that you don't really want. In this case, maybe better infantry DPS, or in the other case, better anti-tank DPS. Not really worth it, since you very often have to rely on them for meat shields as well in the respective decks. Not in Eurocore, but in West Germany, let's say. I guess you have Heimatschützen. And Digger's Knight, for 5 points at that point, I think it's much better for 5 points to get the commandos. Sure. Worse at meat shielding because they cost more and you get fewer of them in general per card. But there's so much better for infantry and vehicles. I'd rather just not have meat shields or use territorials for meat shields, or just get a card of base diggers and replace those Royal Marines. But I suppose the thought might have also been to use Pathfinders for infantry grinding as well. For like your cheap-ish infantry DPS kings, if you will. They're very good, right? And we did see them used exactly like that, so that might have been part of it. Either way though, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.